I hate it when you do this. Can you just?
Oh, you did it! Oh,
I did. I went down with the finger.
Breakfast. Welcome to Gamer Breakfast, everybody. My name is Jalbagel. That's my beautiful co-host that I'm already bullying second zero into the recording. SkojSkull, and our beautiful, amazing guest today, Nyaadia.
G'day!
Welcome.
I'm Nads.
Yeah, so I just met Nads, so I'm going to be included in this. But you know, for the people that may not know who you are and what you do, you might give us a little rundown on who Nads is.
Well, I'm a Vtuber.
Yes.
I mean, like, besides the obvious point, duh. Like,
Yep.
I stream variety content on Twitch. I used to use my face cam about a year ago, so I rebranded from Nyaadia, which people may be familiar with the name with, to Nyaadia, and Nyaadia is my VTuber side of the channel. I used to stream a lot of Monster Hunter.
Yeah. Hell yeah!
And you do music
game.
too.
The music too.
What you do? No?
What? Here and there.
Well, I mean, yeah. That means the covers.
It's like a side thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the covers that you put up have been really good.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh my god. If you want to talk about money, oh my god, don't even get me started on the cover.
Oh.
The covers are fuck ton. But anyway.
Were the covers crazy expensive?
About $1,000 to $1,000 per.
Just to do a cover of a song? What?
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of elements behind it. Like, have you ever thought about like how much the art costs? How much does it cost to make the music video?
Graphics.
How much does it cost to how much does it cost to mix the audio? How much does it cost to time and master the audio?
It's a lot.
Insane.
I mean, like, I'm about to reveal something that I paid for but never got done. This is like years ago.
You heard it here first. Breaking news. Yeah. Gamer Breakfast. You heard it here first. Tell all.
I was gonna have a song made, but it was gonna, and I paid for it, but it never got made because I had no idea what direction I wanted to put into it. I thought we were gonna like get to a call and figure it out. But he was like, "No, that's on you." I was like, "Shit!" So all this time, like I paid for him, but he never did anything with it. So now I think he's forgotten about it. I know. He's a close friend of mine, so I was like, he deserves some money anyway. But
that's actually hilarious.
Yeah. You should materialize that. You paid for it.
Yeah, I'll message him about it. It's like, we could do an intro for this channel. How about that? There we go. I figured it out.
Did it.
Yeah, have a little theme song.
What?
We already did it.
Oh yeah, put us in your mouth.
No, that's nothing. First of all,
that's nothing. Jingle. That can be part of the jingle.
It's the whole jingle.
GamerBreakfast. Put us.
There, I did it. Pay me that money now.
But yeah, what got you interested in doing music?
I've always wanted to do music, actually. That's like the initial direction that I've wanted to go to. I play a little bit of instruments, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist in terms of like a music side. What do you ever like hear music and then you think about it like it could have sounded better if, and then you insert like a thought there?
That's me with graphic design. I could totally relate to it in that standpoint because I took graphic design classes, and
it's like that. I definitely don't have the graphic design side. Oh, God, I'm hopeless in terms of the design side. But it's like, you know, I listen to someone sing a song and I'm just like, you kind of stretched it a little bit. Could have sounded a little bit better. Or like sometimes I just jam to a song. Like I sing this song so many times, it would just be great if I can just record myself so I don't have to sing it ever again and just listen to myself because I'm obsessed with my own voice. So
that's a good thing though.
Until I found out how much it costs, and then it's so fucked up. It's so expensive. It kind of makes you wonder, like when you see other people post covers like once every 2-3 days, and you start wondering like, where the fuck did you get the bank for this shit? It's an expensive hobby. So
Yeah.
It's an expensive hobby. My goodness. But I mean, what?
Streaming in general.
Yeah. Yeah. What led you to do this rebrand? Was it kind of just like off the cuff, or was it something that piqued your interest? You're like, I'm gonna try that.
I kind of screwed up, right? I don't know if it's a hole that a lot of us kind of hopped into, but it's I started off as a variety streamer. Like I wanted to stream all sorts of content, but for some reason I hopped into Monster Hunter and I met the most supportive community I have ever met, right?
It always
there's
happens.
Pros and cons to that, right? So that they were like really encouraging. They were like, I'll hop on your hunt with you. I'll help you out and stuff like that. And I found out that my numbers are actually a lot higher whenever I stream Monster Hunter in comparison to other games. Obviously, that's because the Monster Hunter community only wants to see Monster Hunter. That's natural. It's normal.
It's true.
And then
for one tricks.
Yeah.
We have one thing we like. That's it.
Yeah, and then like a streamer side of me was like, I want people to watch me because of me. I don't want people to watch me because of Monster Hunter. And then I try so hard to like branch out to like other games and stuff like that, and then my viewership would drop, and then that comes with like mental, that affects me mentally. It just makes me feel like people only watch me because of Monster Hunter. They don't want to watch me because of me. And then I kind of got a bit stubborn. I streamed a lot of other games. I put Monster Hunter on hold, and then a bunch of messages, like chat kind of gets flooded with, when are you going to stream Monster Hunter next?
Oh my
god.
I'm not gonna. And then
yeah, and I'm like, I'm not feeling Monster Hunter right now. I've been playing it for way too long. I have like 600, 700 hours in there. I just need a break from it. And they're like, well, okay. They don't complain. They just disappear.
Yeah.
They'll come back when you stream Monster Hunter.
Like, oh, welcome back.
So
like, welcome back.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, good to see you. Nice to see you whenever I stream Monster Hunter. So it's just like, it got really like mentally exhausting for me. And I didn't really know how to shake it off, because it was just like, it was 30 to 40 viewers on Monster Hunter, and then down to like 15 to under 10 whenever I stream other things. And I couldn't live with that. And I was like, I just need to cull them off, the whole lot of them. I decided to sacrifice the whole community, the whole game. I told whoever stayed at the last minute, and I was like, hey, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to rebrand. I'm going to disappear for a few months. I've been planning it for about 6 months prior to the break. I looked into like which artist I want to go to, which rig I want to go to, what name I should get, or like I was preparing all the assets, including emotes and stuff, before I took the break. I just didn't tell anyone about it.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was a really big move, and I wasn't sure if it's the right one. Because, like, what if I rebrand and instead of going from 40 average viewers to 0, like I'm back to where I started, and it's just, I didn't want to go there. But I was so, like, I felt so stuck, and I was like, I felt like I didn't really know where else to go. And I was no longer happy playing Monster. It sucks because, like, I love the fucking game. It's such a good game.
Yeah.
But the constant nagging from the community saying, when are you going to play it next? We don't want to watch it if you stream other games. Yeah, and it made me hate the game towards the end. And I was like, I can't do it. So I rebranded to a Vtuber, and I didn't tell anyone. And did my viewership take a dip? It fucking did, it didn't it? Nobody came to my debut. VTubers call it debut when they like reveal the full 2D model, like, here I am, that's like, this is my name, this is the kind of content I do, yada yada yada. Nobody came to it because I didn't do enough marketing. But at that time, Vtubing wasn't that big. November 2021, it was about to take off, but people weren't really sure. Like, a lot of people kind of thought about it as weird, right? Because they were like, I don't know about this, it's just a 2D anime wannabe on the screen. And yeah, it was really awkward. But like I kind of just stuck with it, and I was like, I'm just gonna grind it out. Like I'm already a VTuber. Like I've already like the deed is done. I
Yeah,
might
you
as well
already
just deal with
poured
it.
everything into this. You can't just be like, nah.
I've already sold my fucking kidney for my first model, so I might as well, live with it. So, yeah.
Yeah, you don't need those.
Kidneys.
Only need one. Half, I think.
Jeez. When did it start taking off for you? Was it like a gradual process, or did it kind of blow up randomly?
It was a gradual process, but it was just luck most of the time, really, because I grew because the community grew. So like a lot of like viral VTubers like Artemis the Blue, like she's like a viral shark that posted a tweet about her getting her teeth brushed, and that got like hundreds and thousands of likes, and then everybody kind of got exposed to the whole VTubing scene, and it became from weird to okay. Everybody was like, this is actually a pretty cool concept. It adds a little bit more personality into a character than just a 2D anime waifu on a screen. And the more people got exposed to the scene, a lot of people started searching for VTuber on Twitch and YouTube. And I was just in the middle of it. I kind of just got lucky. I was just there chilling, streaming whatever I wanted. And then it came with a lot of people who were like, oh my gosh, another VTuber that I can follow. Yeah. And it kind of hyped from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now a lot of people are doing it, which is great.
Yeah, there's millions of them now. It's
crazy. It is absolutely wild.
Really looked at this like incredibly like, because when it first started coming around, well, a lot of what I saw was like, oh, it's like a niche fad and like it's not gonna last. But I was sitting here looking at it. I was like, nah, this is exactly like what a lot of people need streaming. They need to be able to like detach themselves like from the like their personal self from their professional like streaming persona. Right, like people like Dr. Disrespect were already doing that, and and like even like Asmongold like does that. Like they play characters when they're on stream, but they're still them. It's hard to be like I'm like Asmongold goes out in the street and it's like, no, like I'm not that guy. Like you can't do that. It's like literally
it's just to disassociate things.
And it helps too with like a lot of people, right? Like I mean, I've a lot of friends that are just uncomfortable with like themselves and how they present and how they're able to present, that are like VTubing makes this a lot more comfortable and accessible for me.
Oh yeah.
So like there's like so much more to it, and I'm happy that it's popularized now and accessible now.
People want a way to express themselves without showing their face, and it's perfect.
Yeah, because when I used to use my face cam, I'm really fucking lazy. Like I don't ponytail is an effort for me.
So now you just have it permanently.
Exactly. Like I just like I wear like fucking Adventure Time t-shirt and I start stream.
Let's go.
In comparison to like, let's be real, right? There are girls streamers out there who like puts a fuck ton of effort and they get a lot of viewers and they fucking deserve it. The amount of effort that they put in and how they look, like they groom themselves, like like they put makeup on, they dress up, tits out hanging. That's a different topic, but like like
work what you got, go for it.
Exactly. Like they put
doing
so much more effort in comparison to me. So when I use my face cam, people were like, you could get a lot more viewers if you put an eyeliner on, or like if you wear a bit of makeup, or if you dye your hair, if you wear pretty lacy clothes, if you cater to the audience more, then you could have been more successful
start
than
putting
what
some
you are
eyeliner
now.
on. We need
I'm wearing fishnets. I just don't show them on stream.
That's hot. The audience right there.
We need a leg cam right now.
That's too close to feet. I don't want to get kicked off at Twitch. Not yet. Not already.
But yeah,
start that YouTube
I just got
career
really
first.
tired. I got tired of that like really quick because I'm just
oh my god,
well,
I would too.
like I'm just comfortable with how I look. If you're not happy with how I look, fuck off. But like,
Yeah.
but you know, people just can't help backseat your stream if they know they think they know what's better for you. And
Oh,
it just got really sickening. Got tiring, man. I'm just like, why don't you put the fucking eyeliner on? Jesus.
There's still a lot to there's still a lot to it though, right? Because like when you are doing VTubing, right? Like you still have, you know, stage lights on. Like you still have to light up the scene. You still have to make sure that your like face can be seen by the camera and that you are holding yourself in a specific way, right? Like, because you still have to be picked up by the model, and you have to be cognitive that like you're running the model still, you know. So like it's I still see it as like a lot of effort, because like I'm really emotive and I move around like a shit ton. And another one of my friends who when she first started VTubing, like she did the exact same thing, and like her model would lose tracking all the time, and it was just fucking insane. It'd just be like the stupidest looking faces, because she didn't have like any idle animation. It'd just be like a model like stuck sideways and then clip back.
It's like, hey, I'm gonna go AFK real quick and just
she'd be like, all right, I'll be right back, and she'd like move off screen, but like the model would be like
yeah,
it was great.
It does take a lot of effort. It's like into VTubing. It's just it takes a lot of like judgment from how you physically look. And
it removes all of that.
I have a pretty like low self-esteem in terms of how I look in person. So like those type of comments shouldn't have affected me as a streamer, but it did anyway. So I kind of like had to find a solution to it. But VTubing does take a lot of effort, mostly money, honestly.
You remove that like 2 hours of like makeup and presenting. It's like how we can just cut all of that out for like $6,000.
It's fucking expensive. Like,
Skull, you'll never have to wear pants on stream ever again.
I don't wear
for
pants
$6,000.
You don't wear pants anymore.
Done.
Oh man.
But yeah. I still have to have like key lights on.
Yeah. Do you have a whole like rig? Like, what's your rig, if you don't mind me asking? Like, is it just lighting and a camera that kind of shows the face, or is it for like, do you have a headset?
It's the exact same setup as I would with my face cam, because I didn't have enough money to like, go elsewhere. Like I use my Canon like DSLR camera for my tracking.
Okay.
So iPhone does a lot better tracking than webcams, Androids, and cameras like in general. But I don't like iPhones. I prefer Android, and I didn't want to like pivot like $1,400 just for tracking when my camera does tracking as well. It's not as good, but it does the fucking job, okay?
Yeah, it works.
It's not a $1,400 difference. That's why I couldn't justify getting an iPhone. So I have that. I still have like the 3 monitors, you know, the 2, like 1 dashboard, 1 OBS, 1 chat, whatever. I upgraded from a Rode NT USB mic to a Shure SM7B mic.
There you go.
And then the rest stays the same.
Mic.
Yeah, but the rest stays the same. Like I still have my own little like stream deck, my little key lights and stuff like that. I don't if you have like a 3D model, then it might have been a bit more expensive, because you need to have like that stuff you put around the corners of the room to map the room. Then you have to wear stuff on your wrist to like track your hand movements and stuff.
That's so wild. I was always curious like how like that was actually done, and it's the same way as like VR is done. That's wild.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Or you can go like one step up and get like a mocap suit, but like the suit was like
that's a thing
at 10
too.
grand or something.
Yeah, the suit itself cost $10,000.
Yeah.
Are you telling me?
A bloody suit.
Yes.
Are you telling me that there are streamers out there with 3D models sitting behind their camera gaming in a mocap suit?
Oh, there's a
In a
really
mocap suit.
popular one right now. I forgot her
Yeah.
name, but she's
Code
like one of the
Miko?
top Yes, she's one of like
Yeah.
the top streamers who does all of it herself, actually, which is really impressive because she's has a
She's
master's
insanely
in
talented.
digital stuff
Yeah.
that involves
I'm already impressed.
creating. Yeah, no, like she did all of it herself, and I'm just
Yeah.
that's crazy.
It's just, but like
I
Like,
didn't
she-
realize they could use mocap suits. That's fucking
Yes.
genius. That's so
the
smart.
mocap suit is where it's at. Like it's where like peak tracking would be.
Oh my gosh.
Just gotta be in a movie set.
Yeah.
Just gotta get a complete blue screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Is it
my
like
God.
it's so crazy that like movie props that you think are so expensive and unobtainable is the exact same prop that streamers now use for their content. That's fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah.
how much money
That's
am I
insane.
gonna pour into this fucking hobby?
How
Jesus
much more do I have to
Christ.
spend? Damn it.
All right, it's time to set a
know.
total goal. If we had reached $10,000,
Yeah.
like-
And I'll put on a
Yeah.
mocap suit that you'll never see.
It's like, and people strive to be the best all the time. They always want to be, because the best, like the top performers are the people who watch, like that the viewers will watch. So you get a bunch of teenagers now that can't help but want those, and it's terrifying because they are like, I know a friend who I'm not going to mention the names, but they took a loan to make a unique VTuber avatar of themselves because of how much it's taken off, and they have they idolize the idea that they could have been successful, like insert big VTubers names here, and they were like, it's okay, I'm gonna make my money back anyway. And that's such a dangerous mindset because we know how much it costs, we know how long it takes to save up for it, and that's when we can calculate, is this a viable move or not? But like, the younger you are, the more reckless you are, and the more dumb decisions you make. They borrow money from their parents, and then they say it's an investment, or like they borrow money from the bank and say it's an investment. It's so dangerous.
I think it's really important to say this right now, because our Twitch and our VTuber and our many other things will have you think otherwise. No amount of money will make you famous overnight on Twitch. No amount of money.
No.
Okay?
Yeah.
Get yourself, the $20 webcam from Walmart, Logitech C203, whatever the hell it is. That's like
Link 'em.
270p, made in Taiwan or something like that. It has a resolution that doesn't exist in any settings anywhere.
160.
Get you one of those. Get you one of those. Get you a clip-on microphone and a game you really like, and then go from there. I have a friend who started streaming back in 2000 and I want to say 15, 2016, when Twitch was first a thing. And for years, and still just recently he fixed this, but for years he streamed off of his laptop, a capture card, and a PS3 and a PS4. And a I think $40 microphone from Walmart, and that was it. He would play music on his phone and put it next to his microphone so it would pick it up, and he got partner that way.
What?
Oh my god! Go off!
Let's fucking go.
He has an incredible story. I love the man to death, but it's just one of those perfect examples that you do not need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on this hobby to be successful in it. You can do it with nothing, right? Fucking, as if you got a microphone and a way to capture game, you are set already. Go off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been streaming like that for on and off for 3 or 4 years. So he's doing it.
Such a cool story.
That is a
I know.
cool story. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Like to us, I feel like that's an insane story. That's so like commendable. That's so fucking cool. But like, it's terrifying how kids nowadays won't settle for less.
No.
Yeah.
But there's also like a
You know what I mean?
difference. There's like a difference in content too, because I would say this as far as like because we were talking about it earlier, right? You didn't want to get pigeonholed in Monster Hunter World, so that helped, or like Monster Hunter in general, so that helped your decision to rebrand as a VTuber. I think VTubing is one of the best ways to sell variety, because
Absolutely.
you're selling a personality along with a game that people are mildly
Whatever you
interested
want.
in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know, and it's so much easier as a character, as a personality, to like sell that stuff. And when you can stretch, you know, like you know, the fantasy and the reality of it all, it makes it a lot more fun for people, right? Because I've read some of the fucking like lore that people write for some of the larger
It's so
VTubers.
cool.
It's wild. I love
VTubers are
it.
D&D characters.
It's so cool.
VTubers are D&D characters though. Holy. I love it.
It's so fun. Like there's so much creativity behind it. Like it can be whatever you want. Like you can name an animal and there's a VTuber for that already. There's a red
Stingray.
VTuber. I'm pretty sure there's already one. Like that's,
I've seen
like,
it.
It's crazy.
It's
you know,
crazy.
like name the animal and there's already a VTuber for it. And I think everybody's just kind of having fun with it. They're just kind of going crazy and go like,
oh my
I'm just gonna be
gosh.
whatever I want.
How crazy like VTubing models go right now are insane. We have tongue physics. We have now thigh physics.
Yes.
And
I
I'm
will
looking
tell
at this,
you
I'm like,
this.
this is. I don't know if it's a mistake or like a freaking thing that came down
No,
from
it's
heaven,
great.
but I like it.
The internet,
Yeah,
the technology
nutty.
will only stop when people are no longer horny. That's it.
impossible.
That's when we
We
no
get these
longer
forever.
progress as a society,
Yeah.
because that is the only thing motivating people to like discover new things anymore. You think someone was like, oh yeah, I want to make tongue physics for a VTuber model so they can pretend they're Kiss. You know, like the rock band.
I'm pretty
Kiss.
sure that's how it started. Like,
No,
you know,
absolutely not. No shot. No
it's
fucking
just
shot.
like, you know, it'd be good to have your tongue out and have like the, you know, the fucking sex face that they have in clothes. Why don't our VTuber models do that? And then
Why don't our VTuber models do that?
fucking 2 months
then-
later, here we are. Shit.
Oh my gosh.
I don't have a tongue tracking.
That was
My
that was
camera
waiting
is
for it. Don't
stupid.
worry.
Yeah.
I was like,
another
Just
$800.
I wish I
Where's-
could exploit that, but I can't. Damn it.
I wasn't here just like, all right, I'm explaining this and wait for it. All right, let's. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so this is your second model. Did you have ears on your first model?
Yeah,
Oh, you did?
I wanted myself to be like an animal type VTuber because I was like, if it's human, it's too close to home.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be like, if I was gonna rebrand, I'm a fucking rebrand. Like, I'm not gonna go, you know, from human A to human B. You know, same brown
Fuck
hair,
that.
same hairstyle. What's the fucking point?
I've
You know,
evolved,
like,
but in anime form.
exactly. Like if I'm gonna fucking
Literally
rebrand,
Skoy's
I'm gonna
dream.
change top to bottom. Like, and it kind of comes with like a lot of reasoning behind it as well. Like for example, like I grew up going to a Catholic school, right? So like I'm not allowed to dye my hair. I'm not allowed to, you know, like my whole childhood side was like very strict. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna use this opportunity to just literally be whatever the fuck I couldn't be. So like
Hell
I want to
yeah.
become like if I have ears to the top of my fucking head, let's
You have
fucking
a-
do it. Like
you
I'm
have a
gonna have
tail swinging around?
colorful as fuck hair that is not brown or black. Let's fucking do pink, the most flamboyant colors ever. And you know, it's just like I have like dark brown eyes and I'm like, man, my eyes are so fucking boring. Let's have a different color for the eyes. And I literally just became whatever I couldn't. So that was really fun for me. I kind of just
That's awesome.
vomited into my model.
Good.
Fantasy, just shove it into my model.
I mean, like,
yeah.
why wouldn't you go out of your way to do the things that excite you and like make you happy to personify this? I mean, this person, like, because I like straight up, it's you. Right, like it's this is all of your personality. It's all of your creativity poured into this. It's still you.
Yeah, and I think that's really cool. I feel like I think that side of VTubing, it makes a lot of things possible that you didn't think was possible the first time. So
that's why I would love to like kind of look into that at some point.
Yeah,
that'd be definitely at some point, because that, like you said, it's a very big hole to jump into.
Yeah. Now, like out of curiosity for you, because like I mean there are people that obviously like play a character, and we kind of like, you know, broke the fourth wall here a little bit because we're talking about like VTubing and like specifically your model and stuff like that, and like your transition from, you know, webcam to VTubing. So we've kind of broken that fourth wall already. But like on your streams, like do you carry the like a personality with you, or is it just pretty much just like you?
I carry a personality with me, actually, because me IRL, I'm fucking hopeless. Like I'm an extreme introvert. Like I'm super shy. I don't try conversations first, and you know, me on stream is whoever I want to be, but I can't. In person. Like I feel like me talking to a chat of 100 is so much easier than talking to a bunch of people in a lecture room of 100. Like the idea is the same, but it's the fact that I'm talking behind a camera is just so much easier. I can like bring out whatever I want. I can be cheerful. I can tell people to fuck off, and I don't even have to deal with the consequences of, you know, like they won't stand up, they won't bang around the fucking lecture and go like, say what, bitch? And like, I don't have to deal with that. You know?
Yeah.
You'd be a dick in my chat, I'm gonna fucking ban your ass. Like, you know, it's just more, there's a tad bit more confidence, and you can be a bit more like daring with who you want to be online. And I feel like that's why I find streaming so much more fun as a VTubing than I was with a facecam streamer, because I feel like with that low self-esteem back when I used a facecam, if I tell someone to fuck off and then they go and start jabbing you on like the way you look, they make you feel really self-conscious about yourself, and I just lose that confidence instantly. But here, I'm just like, look at me, I'm fucking perfect, I'm cute as fuck. You want to comment about how I fucking look? I look better than you. Like, what the fuck, man?
I was literally about to say, because it would be like, well, I think you look ugly, and be like, bitch, do you have eyes?
I know. I'm literally like, I was illustrated to fucking perfection with how I wanted to look like. So fuck you.
Illustrated to perfection.
I love that.
That's great.
Just have an arrow pointed up on the shirt, just illustrated to perfection.
Yeah, like you can literally try to take jabs all you want. They're like, you know, your boobs don't shake, and I'm like, you want to fucking bet? That shit can be fixed. Like, that shit's physics. Hello?
Yeah,
I'm like, I can make that shit happen. Like, say cap right now. Like, what the fuck you want?
Oh my gosh.
Mouse is over the slider. Stop me.
Yeah. That's all it is. It's just like, you know,
Steam Deck or Stream
tabs are
Deck.
so useless.
Yeah, you could literally just make it a button on the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny. Like, bitch, what? You just click a button, it's all over.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So comforting.
Oh yeah, that's so awesome though. Like that's what like, yeah, I'll never stop gushing about the whole VTubing thing, because it's just like I've watched it vicariously through like Trash Taste, the other podcast. They kind of talked about it a lot when it started blowing up, and they had VTubers on their podcast, and I heard like their stories, and it was like really interesting to hear about them and the kind of live vicariously through the character and explode their personality from that. I think it's awesome.
And it's like, I feel like by the time I end stream, like by the time I close everything down, like I'm back to me, and I feel like it's it's relaxing to me because like I don't have to be stuck in a character that I don't want to be,
Yeah.
or like, you know, by the time you end stream, I'm just like, okay, like I'm gonna live my life now. It's
Yeah.
just back to normal.
You're not
So.
dependent on yourself, your own human self, as promotion for your content. That's crazy to think about, actually.
It's great.
I imagine that's
it feels really good.
Yeah, oh yeah, I bet. Because I imagine that's why a lot of people get burned out with content creation, is because of that. It's because like they feel like they're not good enough when they're putting themselves out there. And wow, sorry, I got really deep.
No, but I mean, like, but that's part of it too, right? That's like part of the decision. A lot of people do, you know, VTuber, PNG tuber, a persona, you know, for a bunch of different reasons. And if that's one of them, if you want to disassociate, you know, the person from the character, like it's literally a Miley Cyrus versus Hannah Montana. Right? Like that's kind of like the idea. We're going to disassociate these two things entirely, even though we know that they're portrayed by the same person. They're disassociated. You know, it's like an actor playing a role. You take on this other thing, you perform it, you do it, but then you go back to your life afterwards. And you know, a lot of people like that separation between streaming and their life. And I feel like for a lot of people, it's safer that way, right? You know, just like actually separating that, because there are fanatics, right? People do really get very excited about their favorite streamers online, and you know, it's better that way.
Yeah, I feel like it's easier for yourself as well. Like it makes you less stressed, because like I do it for work. Like I go to work and I come home and then I just don't think about work anymore. Like I don't want to think about it at all.
Yeah.
So
no.
Similar to like streaming sometimes, because some people are like, you know, I'm really passionate about streaming. All I can think about is streaming, and I'm like, no, I get that, but like we've been doing this for a very long time. Us three. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I've been streaming for like 5 years. Like I've been VTubing for almost 2. So like, you know, you can say you're passionate all you want, but you need to take care of yourself, like mentally, right?
I've been streaming
like,
since...
You think you're passionate for like the first 6-7 months, and then like later on, you need to start taking care of yourself. Like, oh shit, I'm burning out. How do I deal with it? Or like, you know, how do I take my mindset off streaming? How do I not worry about my stats off stream? You know, and stuff like that.
There's definitely that shift in you know, thought process when you started out as a hobby, like, oh, let me just see if I like this, versus, oh shit, I'm like, I have like an audience and a community, and I make money on this now.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, we have to keep this up.
Content, or else I get fired by my own hobby. Shit.
Because like it's difficult. I mean, because even we were talking about it a little bit, you know, earlier. We don't have to get exactly into numbers. I don't think that's you know, probably what we want to do. But you have to think about it. You're not going to use this model forever. You're going to use it for you've been using this model for model. Like what, like a little over a year now, like almost 2 years. You said. So just like even like with a webcam, right? Like I've been using this webcam for 3 years now, and I want to replace it, because we always want to strive for better. We want to get better things. We want to increase the production quality of what we make. Yeah, because we're passionate about it in that regard. And in the same vein, like you're always going to be looking to do more with it. And if you want to spend more on something, you better be making more with something, you know? And it's like, that's always in the back of your mind. The moment it shifts from hobby to, I mean, because it's a profession at that point, you know?
It's a business pretty much. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I had to track my expenses this year for taxes. I had to do all that stuff and prove to the US government that I made no money doing this. I had to prove to them.
Oh my goodness.
I have to tell my government that I am a business, because they can see how much income I make off Twitch, and it's a pretty significant amount ever since I started VTubing, because they are a lot more generous in that sense. But I also had to explain to them that I spent almost 10 grand in this fucking model, And there goes the fucking money.
Yeah.
There it all goes.
Whole ass loss. Like this
Market
business
off
is
as
a
a business
loss.
expense, just everything.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, like how do I even tell them that what I am is an expense?
It's
Do
like,
you see this?
listen, hear me out.
This was not cheap. Think about it, plastic surgery, but on the internet.
Exactly. Because it was already hard enough to explain to them that I'm a content creator, right? And then they were like, so what do you do, YouTube? Yeah, they had to ask you like what type of business you do.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I provide content. And they're like, go on. And then I'm just like like, you know, I play games. And they're like, okay, like YouTube. And I'm like, sort of, but not really. Like live stream. And they're like, Netflix. And I'm like, further from the truth.
Have you heard of Twitch? Like the physical movement, or what are we talking about?
It's like Twitch is not big in Australia, like in comparison to the US. So when people say live streaming here, they meant like Netflix. They don't mean like, you know, game live streaming like Twitch and YouTube and Facebook, Mixer, whatever. They don't get it. So like I have to explain to them that I'm just like, I play games and people watch me and they give me money. And they're like, so you're like a gaming whore? And I'm like,
what
okay.
What fucking scam is this?
It's like a stripper but for games, and I'm like, we'll take that. We'll take that.
Sure.
I'm like, there's some booby jiggling around, and this is fine, I guess. Like,
yeah, they're right. My brother, when I first told my brother what I do, like, you know, what I do on the side, I was explaining it to him. He's like, that's prostitution. Okay, yeah, it could be a little bit.
Oh no! It's like, so they give you money to do stuff, and you're like,
I do what I want, and then money comes in.
Not wrong.
Oh my gosh!
Explain live streaming to a caveman.
No.
You pay, I
You
play.
just can't do it. You can't do it. There's too many steps.
You need to explain to them what even technology is. You need to explain to them what the internet even is.
Caveman, what gaming is.
And like,
So you know
explain to them why there's like so many tax invoices behind this one model, and like,
oh yeah.
So you know, it's like, so you know tic-tac-toe, right? It's like, no, fuck, it wasn't invented yet. So, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So, you recently tweeted about this. You were talking about how you had like, I guess, an OO voice or like a cute voice when you were
decommission that.
Huh?
It's just about setting expectations, right? Because I feel like whenever people see like an anime girl, they project their expectations hard.
Yeah.
They expect like, oh my god, ooh, Oni-chan kind of type voice.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, let's be real, sex sells, right?
It does.
Like,
it absolutely does.
And that shit brings people in. They were like, oh my god, she's my dream type anime girl. She sounds so fucking cute.
That's my waifu.
I can totally fap to her. Like, this is some fap material. Like, actually, like,
but people are like that.
Have you received messages like that?
Please
don't tell me.
I used to.
No,
yeah.
You literally asked the question. Please don't tell me.
Especially as a VTuber, like when you are telling people that you are a fictional personality, they too can be wild with their side of expectation. They're like, if you are fictional, then you can be whatever the hell I want you to be, right? And that's fucked up because they start expecting you to be like, hey, can I see your feet? It's not your real feet. You're 2D anyway. You know, like, you're not even real. So, and it gets a bit fucked up that way. So I was like, I'm just going to filter out the creeps by shutting down the immersion in terms of the voice side. So I'm just like, I'm a lot more comfortable with my voice. You don't find my voice attractive. Like you find my voice like a real person. So like they will stop associating you with like their expectations of like an ideal waifu.
You do have a really great voice though. I just want to say that. I don't want to like
thank you
say
very
like
much.
Yo, you're cute voice and then not say you have a cute voice now. You have a good voice.
Thank you. It's just not like the high pitch, you know.
Yeah. Super anime.
Type. Yeah, that.
Yeah. I mean, but you're right. Like that stuff sells, and so that kind of meta, you know, it does exist on the platform, right? And so people click on channels with expectations, and you're absolutely right. They create these stories, these whimsies in their head. That's what I was saying. It's like, you know, it gets dangerous for people because people become fanatics of this stuff. They get obsessed.
Yeah.
It's like that whole like parasocial, you know, relationships that people kind of generate, and it happens really easily, you know. And I would say even more so with VTubing models, because people dissociate the fact that there is a person behind that, like Correct. Your model, right? You know, people dissociate that all the time because they do it with anime, they do it with video game characters, they do it with all these other medias that looks the same to a VTuber. And then they treat it the exact same way. But the difference here is that those are voice actors portraying a character. This is still you, right? Yeah. That would be like going to like a Halloween party and like seeing someone like dressed up as like sexy Cleopatra, and then you just go up to them and you're just like, man, I really like your feet. Can I get a picture of those? Let me get your number. And then you're just like, you have to. This is real life still, right?
Can I see a Sphinx, baby?
Like, people just forget that this is still real life. Like Twitch, you guys, it may look like, you know, just like a video game, like the internet, like it looks like a TV show. They're real people, man.
Yeah.
Don't be weird. Think about it. What if someone asked you for your feet pics? Oh, that's what you do. When they ask you, actually don't do that. You might get some pictures. No. Could you imagine? Yeah. Let me see some. Can I get some of your feet pics? You first.
And then they actually send it, and you're like,
fucking alpha move.
And you're like, abort mission.
block.
They send them to you. You just block them. Then you just ban them from your chat. It's like, haha, no, I got the feet pics. Oh my God. Just keep those. There's a
collection of feet pics.
There's an internet personality that I follow, really popular, Alana Pierce. She's like a games journalist. She used to work with Funhouse and Rooster Teeth and all that. Anyways, she was doing this thing for a while when she was on their podcast, where she would save all of the dick pics that people would send her on dating apps. Just saves every single one of them. I just thought that was such a fucking alpha. I just thought that was such an alpha. You can sell it on OnlyFans. I think that's illegal.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they don't know who's gonna sue them. They can't say like that's my dick. Like you can't.
Who would go out of the way?
Okay. If I'm sitting there browsing OnlyFans and I'm scrolling and I see like a thing. I've never been on OnlyFans, so it's gonna show. And I see like a thing come up, like a profile come up that's like collection of random dick pics, and I see like the preview picture. If it's my penis, I'm gonna recognize it.
Well, yeah, but are you gonna go out of your way to like say that this is my?
Yeah. And go like, hey.
Then you have to be that person.
Correct. It's like a double-edged sword, right? You can't say like, hey, that's my dick you're posting, like you're monetizing off my dick.
Go to court.
And then they'll be thinking like, wait, that's your dick pic? So you sent an unsolicited dick pic to her, and then that's like, oh shit. Like it's a win-win.
It's spun back around.
No one's gonna win.
It's a good business model. I
would like to preface this. I would like this closing statement to be: I have never sent an unsolicited dick pic, so there's not a chance that it could appear on OnlyFans.
See?
Hold on, just
Did you,
gonna post
Skoy, did
Giles'
you
dick
think
pic
this is
on
where the
OnlyFans.
conversation was going to go today? Like, did you thinking
think he
yesterday
heard me.
when we were setting this up that you were like, yeah, we're going to talk about Vtubing, we're going to talk about variety streaming, we're going to talk about like being a content creator on Twitch, we're going to talk about dick pics, we're going to talk about like, did you think this would come up?
No, this is my first real conversation with Nyaadia, and I did not expect this to happen.
Yeah, that's right. Actually.
I've known her for years, and I did not expect any of this to happen.
You did say you didn't like have a filter really, and then that instigated me to remember that I also don't have a filter really. So now it's just becoming a competition. I'm trying to make Skoy turn shades of red. It's not working.
I'm used to this.
I've desensitized him.
Oh my goodness. Oh, do you have any plans for other future models trying to?
It's so hard to segue from OnlyFans to dick pics.
How do we segue from dick pics, like Giles' dick pics, and OnlyFans?
Okay, bring it back. Okay.
Composure.
Vtubing, yes.
The focus face. I love that face. I don't know what it is about the just like the like your eyes go puny. Oh,
it's too good.
oh my gosh.
Vtubing, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I've budgeted myself to one new model every 8 months. Every 10 months. I start planning.
That's not even a year.
Mark. Yeah, because look, it's really fucking expensive. This whole hobby is, it's a high key mistake. But like anyway, like people start expecting you to like have the newest things. It works like a fucking iPhone. You have an iPhone 6, it works perfectly fine, but people want the fucking iPhone 13. There are people out there having the iPhone 12 that resells this so they can get the latest iPhone 13. Spec-wise, they're the exact fucking same, but they just can't help but want the latest technology. They want to be at the forefront of that shit. And that comes with VTubing as well. Like, I'm not sure if you knew the new software that got released. It's called VBridger, and it's a plugin for the software that is used for the body tracking, like VTube Studio. The VTube Studio is probably the most like popular software at the moment that a lot of live 2D VTubers use. Is the one that I currently use like this.
Steam?
Ooh.
Yes, so VBridger just got developed by the Art Gun, also a popular illustrator and rigger. They made the software from scratch to have a more animated face tracking. And it's like, if you take like 2 minutes to browse on Twitter, the tracking is absolutely insane. Like it looks like a cartoon.
It's
crazy. Amazing.
Wow. I have to see it.
I'm just looking at the I'm looking at the trailer for it right now, and it is it is something else.
Could you send me it? I can't watch it right now, but could you send me it?
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool. But that also means that there is a better tracking out there, which means this model is not compatible to what's out there. Do you know what I mean? So like back then, I used a tracking called PRPR Live, and my model was illustrated and rigged to be compatible with PRPR Live, not VTube Studio. So when VTube Studio came out, I was like, I need my current model to be upgraded to be compatible with VTube Studio and stuff like that. So like the technology is going to continuously evolve.
Yeah,
it's gonna evolve like crazy. Like I imagine it's
you're
gonna
absolutely right. Yeah.
And that comes with like your own model compatibility, because like you've already spent bank on your current model, and then the latest tongue tracking comes out, and my model doesn't have tongue tracking. So
let's drop another $1,000. Let's get that tongue in there.
It's like, you know, like $500 just for tongue tracking, and then I don't have an iPhone, so another $1,400 for a fucking iPhone, so I can stick my tongue out. And it's
that'll
just
get
like, you know,
one sub.
Exactly. Like, do you know the big VTuber agency, Hololive and Nijisanji?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Did
like
they
the
just
two
do like a
big,
really big like convention thing?
They
Did they
did
just
an
like have
event.
like
yeah.
the whole thing?
Yeah. And they are kind of like, because they're the biggest VTuber agency, people like indie VTubers like me, we strive for their tier of professionalism, right? The only difference is that they have a marketing team behind them.
Yeah.
We market off Twitter, like for free.
Yeah.
We just try to post memes and TikToks to save our lives.
Yeah.
You know, they have like merches and banners and, you know, tailored shit made for them
How do you even get involved
to
in
market
that?
them. They have to audition.
Oh, this is an audition.
Yeah, it's a job. Like, it's a whole ass job.
No, yeah, it's a
pretty sure you get paid like a salary plus commission thing.
And then
like,
streaming
you know,
over on top of that. That's crazy.
You make a shit ton of money off it. Like,
it works kind of like this is my rudimentary understanding of this, because when I saw Hololive like start to explode, and I was like,
yeah,
they signed talent, right? It's a talent agency.
Yes,
that's what they do. It's literally modeled exactly like idol agencies in Japan. You want to be an idol, you have to sign with an agency, and then they sell you, and that's just what it is. And I think this is, I mean, as far as like a VTuber is concerned, that's probably the best outcome as far as like selling a personality and stuff like that. If that's your goal, right? Like if your goal is to build a personality, sell that personality external from yourself, like that's huge. That's big.
Yeah. People
it.
strive to get into Hololive and Nijisanji and get signed, and like that's the end goal for a lot of people. But if you are successful on your own, then you kind of have the best of both worlds, really, because the downside of working for an agency is just, you know, you have a lot of NDAs you can't talk about. Your monetary income is also split between the company itself, right? Because they also have to pay their employees. But in comparison to that, like me being an indie VTuber, the sub money that I get only gets cut by Twitch, and the rest I keep.
Yeah.
Right. But obviously, like, my audience is not as big as Hololive. They're streamed to like
thousands.
Like one Japanese Hololive VTuber she's really good at Apex, and she was competing in a VTuber tournament, Apex, and she was streaming her scrims. Her scrims peaked at 75,000 viewers.
I'll do it.
Scrims. And her actual match was 110K viewers.
No,
and if you like, we're all streamers here, and we know the monetary gain from that, like how much money a person with that size of audience can bring.
Literally say sub to me, and there will be like sub bombs like you would never imagine.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's just like that magnitude in comparison to like the indie VTubers is kind of why a lot of the indie VTubers strive to become an agency VTuber, because it's just like an increase of like money, professionalism. You have like, you get a lot of like, you have a team dedicated to you, right? Like you don't have to worry about making YouTube thumbnails or like banners and stuff like that. You have a team that does it for you.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it puts a lot more, because like it's not just like, because I feel like we're leaving it in this era of like it's a free ride. It's still not, right? Like you're still a content creator for that. Like you still have to be successful within that, like with your personality and with creating content on your own. Like when you're doing that, you still have to meet their terms. Like, okay, you're gonna be a part of our agency, but you still need to release 40 videos a week. You need to stream, like 40 hours a week, like whatever it is. Like you still need to do all this stuff, but you have our resources to do it.
Correct. Yeah. And I feel like because people look up to the big agencies so much, they can't help but set the exact same expectations
for themselves.
So so like the agencies, for example, because they have the money and resources for it, they get new outfits all the time. Right?
Yeah.
So like Halloween, they get a Halloween costume for VTubers. New Year's, everybody wears a kimono because Happy New Year's. And
That's crazy.
Where the fuck is my kimono?
Dude, I would even say like, because even what I wanted to do this year, I wanted to do the exact same thing, but with my emotes, right? This year I was gonna like, okay, like I'm gonna get like all of my emotes like commissioned up, you know, for Halloween and for Christmas, like
That's
for Halloween and for holidays.
itself. That's
Well, I ran the fucking numbers and I was like, yeah, I can't afford that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do 5. And I'm like, I couldn't even do that. But it's like it's the same thing, because like all those other like the people that like I look at that I would like to be, you know, that I compare myself to, right? Because I think we all do it. They're doing that stuff, right? They're like, like here's the holiday emotes. And I'm like, oh, that's so fucking cool. I want to do that.
Yeah, all their emotes have fucking Santa hats and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so fucking cute. And then you find out it's $35 a pop, and you're like, oh, I don't know about that cheap shit. Like, round that shit back up. I don't know, man. Like,
oh my
god, it's just a Santa hat.
All
Like,
right, I'm just gonna Photoshop a Santa hat per emote right now. All right, let's go.
exactly. And it's just like, you know, if one model cost me like $5,000 minimum, and then I have to get one for Halloween and one for St. Patrick's Day and one for New Year's and then one just to change clothes just to get with the times. Like, I can't keep doing that. Like, I don't even fucking make enough money to pay rent. Like, you kidding me? I'm gonna be fucking
Not to
homeless.
mention next year they're gonna make V-Bridger 2, and then you're gonna have to buy the iPhone 69
and the
new computer to run that.
Fuck! Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I can't keep up with that. And people are like, you know, oh, but you've had this model for a while. When are you gonna get an upgrade? And I'm like, fuck, it's a whole other like expectations that you have to meet, and it's just
you've had that face for a while. When are you gonna get an upgrade?
Oh man.
Yeah.
But
damn.
So it's just like, how the fuck do I spice it up every time?
Yeah, it's very difficult to, I imagine. And just not only that, but I don't think people really understand how much is involved in the investment of all this. So it's just like they can't even fathom. It's just like, oh, it's just $8,000. It's like, do you know how much $8,000 is?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
There was a VTuber. She's in the VShojo talent group. VShojo is the one that made by the co-founder of Twitch.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's about 8 to 9 members of them. Nyanners is one of them. There's Iron Mouse, the most subscribed female. Yeah. So Iron Mouse, Vebe, Nyanners, Zentreya, Himichin. There's a lot of them. Not as many as Hololive, of course.
So like Twitch used to be called like Justin TV. The one of the founders of Shoujo is that guy, is Justin Ignacio.
Huh.
So he definitely saw the potential in Vtubing when it first blew up, and then he signed his own talents for himself.
Yeah, so it's like his own Hololive.
Twitch. Correct. So Vebe's model, she just got a 2.0 model I think about a week ago. Her debut stream went for about 2.5 hours. Guess how much her whole asset cost? Just guess.
15?
Higher.
Oh no. No shot.
Higher.
25.
Higher.
Jesus! 50?
Higher.
What?
There's no shot.
140.
Her 60.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
$60,000 for a fucking model.
$1,000. Her rig was 15.
Oh my god.
And she got like she has like custom overlays. She has like custom alerts coded specifically to her.
You don't need it. You don't need that.
60.
Guys,
that's
you don't
a house, man. That's a chunk of mortgage.
You can play Minecraft for 4.5 hours on the weekdays with anything. You don't even need a camera. You don't even need a microphone, y'all. Don't do that.
And it's just like, if the standards are there, it is terrifying. Like how many people think to themselves, if that was possible, I can get there. You know, like 60 fucking grand.
You know what I'd do with
That's a lot of
60
people's
grand
student
right
loan.
now?
What the fuck?
To pay off my house. Let's start there.
You start there. Oh my god.
And it's terrifying, but it's gorgeous. It's like it's probably the most like technologically advanced model there is.
Which one is it?
Like Veibae, Veibae.
Here you go, Skoy.
She
I'm
has,
also
like-
looking at it right now.
She's like she has her own like starting soon like illustration, and that illustration was like animated as well, as long as the be right back screen and the end screen. Custom overlays, custom BGMs. She has a full lore video that went about for about 5.5 minutes with like fully voice acted.
I will say that the VShojo group, they like really push like the personality and idol like concept, right? Hololive, not so much. Hololive is more about I think quantity over quality, and I think that's like where they're trying to wow everybody. It's like, look at all these VTubers we've got, and they're all amazing. They are. They're all very talented, very talented creatures. I don't think we can call them human beings anymore, but the majority of them are creatures. But like the VShojo group, it's 8 of them. It's 8 personalities, and all 8 of them, they are pushing to like the max. Like, here's their entire background. Like, you can Google. These people have whole fucking Wikipedia pages. It's insane. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I wish I had a Wikipedia
only started
page.
last year, so they don't have that many talents. They even if they're expanding, they're like trying to get one talent at a time. So they're really trying to like get the powerhouses, like individual powerhouses, and just push them individually. While Hololives, I feel like they work in terms of generations. So they're just like 1 year, one generation gets pushed out of like 3 to 5 people, like 5 girls or guys to debut. And it's just like, I think it's about catering on like the niche markets. Like if you're into shark girls, or if you're into tomboyish personality, if you're into, you know, this and that, like here's a bunch of our idols that you can kind of get content from. I think it's different. Like the 2 agencies work like polar opposites. I think they both work well. They just work super differently, but either way, it's just like it's money. Like there's so much fucking money there. Like it's crazy how much money like one talent spent on her debut. Like what the fuck?
A debut.
How many kidneys do I have to sell, man? Like what the fuck?
You need to go find more.
I need to figure out how to reproduce kidneys. Hold on a second.
Skoy, they're all out there. Every human you see has at least one.
You're right, Jack. Come here. Oh my god.
So that like is because I mean I know for myself, right? Like I started streaming with the idea to like, you know, just have a hobby, like build it, you know, see what I could do with it. And like this year I kind of had that idea, like, you know, going full time would be really cool because my job fucking sucks. And like I enjoy doing this a lot. So like let's keep doing this. So like that's like where my thinking is. I would never want to be a part of something like this though. Like, but is that something that like you aspire to? Like, is that something that you personally like right now want to do?
I have no clue, to be honest, because I stream for the purpose of like it's just a hobby for me, right? Because I enjoy streaming. But if I were to pop off one day, like fucking XQC, if I make as much bank as XQC through streaming, I'm quitting my fucking job. And
we all are.
You know, like it really depends on like how much money you make, right? Yeah. But it's like when at the moment, if I were to get signed by an agency, I don't know how much money I will be making off that. You need to like I can't calculate the longevity of my quote unquote profession as a content creator if that can feed me until I retire, right? Because I'm like I'm engaged to Instanto. We have a mortgage. We have bills to pay. You know, like we're saving up for a honeymoon and stuff like that, and it's just
you have
like
expenses. You need to be able to pay for that stuff.
Yeah.
correct. Like I have bills and expenses to pay, and I have a different type of expenses in comparison to the younger VTuber audiences, because the younger VTubers are like, they still live with their parents, they go to uni, you know, probably have a student loan. Yeah, they only have to worry about probably rent and the food. That's it.
Yeah,
right?
maybe a car.
But like, I can't think about that anymore. Like if I, maybe a new car, but like, I can't think about that anymore. I have to think about like, if I were to do this full time, can I save up enough money so that I can retire by 50, right? Or something like that. Or like, how long will this go for? How long will I stay relevant for? And that's terrifying to me, because I don't think I will ever be able to realistically make that leap to say to myself, I'm going to do this full time. Yeah. So the want is there, but I don't think it's realistic to be there.
I mean, because it's good to like temper your expectations too, right? Like it's one thing to be pessimistic, but it's another thing to be realistic, right? And I think you and I are in the same boat, and I think Skoy's in that same line of thinking too, where it's like, yeah, this would be great to do full time, like all the time. But looking at it in the grand scheme of things, the number of people that actually stream, VTube, variety game, speed run, whatever, how many of them are actually able to do it as their full-time life? And what is the quality of that living too? Because like I started reaching out to some people because I was curious, right? I was like, you know, I like this person, I like their content, I look up to them, I'm curious. You do this full time. What does your day-to-day look like? And you know, they're giving me feedback. It's like, oh wow, we are wildly different human beings. You know, like, oh, you live in a household that has like 2 or 3 different incomes. I see. This is now making sense, you know?
Yeah. It's just like, if I was 21, like if I was 6 years younger, oh shit, I'm actually 20. Oh my God, if I'm 8 years younger, I'm older than I thought, Jesus. So if I was younger, if I was still in my university days, where I had less responsibilities, where I had less backlash about, you know, oh shit, sorry, my cat jumped on my table and scared me.
Oh, cat! I heard him.
Yeah, like if I have less responsibilities and bills to pay, I probably would have, you know, tried to do this full time, because I'm not making that much, like that bad of a money off Twitch. It's just that,
not
like, realistically,
to cover everything.
My current income covers a week of rent, and I get paid from Twitch monthly. Right? So like if I were to be dumb enough to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do this full time, I'm gonna be homeless in a week.
Exactly.
No,
you know, it's just not possible. So I'm just like, if I had the opportunity and less responsibility, less bills to make, I probably would have made the leap. And I feel like there's a lot of people like have that dream, and I feel like, you go girl, fucking chase that shit while you have time. While you have time.
Definitely.
Yep.
I mean, that's definitely a big thing too, is just like to look into other forms of income as well while you're doing this. Is something that's like easily accessible, so then you can still promote your content and talk about your stuff while you're doing streaming, so you don't lose all the energy from your job and then stream and just be like, I'm dead. It's hard to find something like that. It's almost impossible to find sometimes. Nowadays, it's more accessible because of remote. A lot of jobs are going remote, or there's a lot of more remote jobs becoming available. But even then, like, it's still hard to find. So it's crazy.
Yeah, don't have that luxury.
I don't want to go back out in the Florida heat ever again.
What?
I just want to work from home. I want to work remote. I never want to go back out in the Florida heat ever again. Florida outside is trying to murder you. I just don't want to do it.
I heard Florida's fucking hot, but yeah, I used to.
It's like Australia, but everything's wet.
I just can't do it.
It's the same. It's the same thing. It's like think about like the heat that you have all of the time, and like the creatures that you have, but like, you know, shrink them down a little bit because Australia is a different beast. Just think about all of that stuff, but then everything's just always damp. That's it.
Ew! It's like Shrek Pond. What the fuck?
It's a swamp. Florida is actually a swamp. Did you guys know that? That Florida, with its beautiful beaches and its Disney World, everything's built on top of what used to be a swamp. Oh my gosh, I can get off on a tirade about this. Every other year?
Every year.
Dude, every week it floods here.
Oh
my gosh.
I forget.
Oh my fucking god.
It rained,
I can't even
a little
swim.
bit.
I'll just die.
What were you gonna say earlier, Nadia?
I was saying about how like I used to work from home because of the whole COVID stuff. So that was like really fun for me in terms of like content creation, because like I just
right?
you know,
yeah, it's go
I
for
finish
it.
my work. I'm just gonna alt tab and then do something new, like tweak my OBS here and there, right? Or like I can play games or whatever, and then network. I used to watch a lot of like VTubers. Like I have a tab of VTubers open, support my VTuber friends, you know, make friends so I know who to collab with and network and stuff like that. And then obviously COVID ended. Well, it didn't really end it. Everybody kind of came to terms with it. And then, you know, the managers kind of say, get back to work. Everybody's going to get it eventually anyway. It's just a flu. Deal with it.
Yikes.
So, I was, yeah, right. So I was
Like I
supposed
said,
to come back to work.
Australia and
It's just
Florida,
a-
exact same place. It's literally the same place.
Right. So I was forced to come back to work, and then I can't watch streams anymore, and I just work my 9 to 5, come home, and the shebang. But yeah, I
feel
quit,
that.
I quit that job. I quit the job. Thank fuck. I changed to another workplace closer to home.
There you go.
Nice.
Because that used to take me an hour and a half to get to work by train. So I used to spend like 3 hours by train to get to work, and it was fucking miserable. So now it takes me 10 minutes to get to my new workplace, but there's still no working from home. So I still can't do my content creation shit on the side. But at least I get home by like 5 o'clock, so that's nice.
That's nice.
There you go.
Right?
It's really funny though, because when I first started streaming, I was commuting an hour and a half every day by train to go to work too.
Oh my god.
I'd get home at like 6:45, and I'd be like, "All right, I got 15 minutes to eat, and then I'm streaming."
Oh my goodness.
That's me.
Jesus, I need
Yeah.
to stop choosing jobs that is like that doesn't I was gonna say physically pay me. That is like
Go on.
physical labor the entire
yeah.
time. Because every job
Yeah,
that I've
absolutely.
chosen was a form of physical labor, and I would have no
Yeah.
energy. I don't have energy now. So it's just like I need to look for a job that's not involved like with intense physical labor. Because I've worked at
Yeah.
Amazon. I'm now working at housekeeping, which it's go. Got to take care of all the
It's
dorms in the
tiring.
college. Oh yeah, it's a lot. So
That's awful.
yeah, I definitely need to find a job at some point that's just like just a little more chill at least.
Find something remote.
Try to get a work
That's what
from
I'm looking
home.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same wavelength. No,
That'd be the
yeah, I mean
dream.
that's
Oh my God.
that's like the dream though, right? It's like find something remote. So like, and honestly, that's like where the world's moving to, and all the boomers hate it because you know.
I know.
Imagine having like
more for
the
us. Find
luxuries
that
of your,
remote job now.
yeah, like imagine having like the comfortability and luxury of working at home and removing all of your time to commute, all the expense to commute. Like, come on, I drive 74 miles round trip every day for work.
Save so
My
much
own
money on
fucking
gas
car.
in your home.
Yeah,
You just
and,
work
and
remote.
gas right now is $5 a gallon. It's too much.
Yeah.
My little itty bitty
Yeah.
Kia Soul, it took me $50 to fill it up.
Yeah.
The car's this big. I didn't know I didn't know
That's
$50. I
so
didn't know it
fucking
could fit that much
bad.
gas.
Jal actually has a toy car that he drives to work every day.
It's this big. It's small. It's a Kia
big.
Soul. And I had
Small
to move
car.
myself in that car.
Oh my
I
god.
threw away a lot of things.
He has to go in the car. He rides on top of it.
Yeah, my feet fit inside. Right through the sunroof. Just reach down.
Oh my goodness, Jesus! But yeah, oh man. But with your current model, you say you planning on upgrading your model in the future, and what would you say is you want your future of your content to be? Like,
I don't know.
If you can say
to be
anything.
honest, I've fallen off the relevancy in terms of Vtubing. Like I was relevant when it was just starting to blow up because people are like, oh, I want to see more VTubers. Like they were trying to expose themselves to VTubers. But now that there's millions of them, now it kind of became a norm. And like, to be real, I am not providing any less different content than other variety VTubers. Like, there's just hundreds and thousands of people like me out there, and like I can tell myself that I'm unique in my own way all I want, but the viewers also have different hundreds and thousands of other streamers that they could also watch. And numbers wise, like my numbers aren't doing so good right now. Like they're kind of stagnant, they're not growing, they're slightly declining, but not tragically, but they're just there. So now I'm in that whole spectrum of which clip should I turn to TikTok for exposure spectrum. It's just like we've kind of fallen back into the same streamer mindset where you're like, discoverability on Twitch is now horrible yet again. How do we market ourselves in other platforms to bring it back to your stream?
That's what sucks. It's just you have to promote yourself on other platforms in order to grow on the platform you want to grow on.
And I don't have time to like edit videos and stuff like that. So guess who's spending more money on fucking editors?
It's all a money scam.
It all
Someone's
comes
making
full
it. It's not
circle.
me though.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's so sad.
But I would say this though, is that because I mean a lot of people say that, right?
Yeah.
Skoj, did you have something that you wanted to add really quick?
Yeah, really quick. That's probably what you were about to lead to. I
Probably.
wouldn't put yourself into this whole of just like you're just like anyone else. Like you said yourself, like you can tell yourself you're unique, but I believe each individual person is very unique. Everyone has their own story. Everyone has like for your character, you have your own background for your character. That's your own origin. And I don't think that I think you still can grow significantly and be able to
it's just
continue
effort. You
Absolutely.
just need to put more effort. Yeah.
It's effort, it's time, it's
that
exposure.
I don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like one of the biggest problems that it runs down to most of us is that there is YouTube is the exact perfect example of this, because there's like some quality content that I have like stumbled upon accidentally that's had like
Especially
40
now.
views. It's like how it's like
crazy.
how is this possible? Like how does this only have 40 views? This is amazing. This is great. I love this, you know? And like I found a couple of like Monster Hunter like lore videos that are like that, like really well put together, really well thought about, you know, because I was looking for inspiration for myself. And 100 views, 200 views, was like, how is that possible? This should have at least 8,000, 10,000, 20,000 views. This should
never hit the
have
algorithm.
Exactly. This should have something on it. And like, I mean, I would even say the same thing for myself. At the height of Monster Hunter, like the same thing that you're experiencing now. Like you saw that you were dominating a niche. Like we all at one point like dominate a niche. We grow exponentially. Feels really good. We're on top of the world, but then that niche falls apart.
And then
Rise. But that niche does fall apart. Either it becomes really popular or the niche itself just loses traction, like whatever it may be. And that's why like we see really big streamers doing really stupid shit to find what the next niche is, because it blows up every time. Hot tub streaming anime on your stream, you get banned.
Oh god. And you get free promotion because you got banned.
Yeah. All PR is good PR. Everyone that's out there that's like, oh my gosh, all these big streamers are such idiots. Like, of course, like I, as a streamer with one viewer, know that I can't stream Avatar. Of fucking course you know that. And they know it too. They're doing it because they want an article written by BuzzFeed.
And they get a free vacation.
Yeah. They're playing the game. And you think you're outspotting them when they know exactly what they're doing.
And Twitch
Sleeping
is not...
on stream used to be against TOS. And then
Ludwig.
I'm pretty sure Ludwig, thank you. Ludwig literally goes to Twitch and says, hey, I want to do a 20, like I want to just do, this is where I'm pretty sure Ludwig is where Uncapped Sebathons came from.
Correct.
Because I didn't see them, and then he did the one, and then now they're everywhere. right?
Yeah.
So he's like, I want to do an uncapped subathon where my stream plays constantly, but that means I need to sleep on stream. And Twitch is like, well, we can rewrite the TOS. And literally the next day it was gone. I watched it erased from TOS, like in process. Because I remembered looking it up. And then someone going like, wow, like Ludwig's like streaming to, you know, like 450,000 people and has been streaming for like 47 hours and is sleeping right now. I'm like, that's against TOS. And I looked it up and it wasn't anymore. It's like, hot tub streams. Flagrantly against TOS. And then they rewrote TOS and rules on nudity, which actually helped. Huh?
What? No.
Oh, I don't remember which streamer it was.
I think it was
everyone.
Alinity?
It's a shit ton of people. Was it Alinity?
Was it
Amaranth? Maybe it was. But the problem was it was a bunch of them at once.
There's an A. There's an A in her name.
But
Amaranth.
Probably
Amaranth.
But that was the thing is like they had to rewrite the rules about nudity on stream. And what was really funny is that the people that were getting like TOS strikes were the people doing art and body painting, and not the people, you know, wearing actual lingerie in a pool.
Oh,
but they rewrote the TOS for that.
Yeah, I thought like that's what I mean. Like the big streamers, they're just pushing boundaries, and you know, and it works. Like they have so much traction. Yeah, because they have to be on top of the relevancy scale. And it's just like, yeah, get that bread.
Especially when you're those guys and you're like that big, they literally have to do something every single week that puts them back at the top, or else they lose, you know, a significant portion of their viewership. And for them, that's a significant chunk of income, right? So like, when you get past this idea, and once again, our Twitch will tell you that making money on Twitch is a bad idea. If you, for the number of times that I've read on our Twitch, if you're streaming for the money, they're idiots. You can stream for money. It's okay. It's a job. It's a business. Twitch makes a shit ton of it. Twitch makes a shit ton of it for you doing it for free. You're allowed to make money doing it. It's okay. Yeah.
Go for it.
Like,
and this entire stream has been talking about making money in streaming, and I just want to like really air that out really quick. You can make money in stream. It's perfectly fine. There's no gray area there. You as a viewer get to choose to spend money or not.
Also, whenever people go like do the whole don't donate to me, just, you know, just feed yourself, take care of yourself, like save money. And I'm like, no, if you want to fucking donate to me, my PayPal's open.
By the way, link in the bio.
Me too.
Exclamation point donate.
Would appreciate an extra food here and there. That would be kind of nice, you know, like, because
that'd be great.
Like, exactly. It's like it's extra pocket money, so thank you. Like,
yeah, it helps remove that stigma, because I mean, like you said, you spent, you know, nearly $10,000 or more than $10,000 to be able to VTube, and then, you know, money elsewhere. Like the startup cost to this stuff is not cheap, and the startup cost to stay relevant in this stuff, or the ongoing cost to stay relevant in this stuff, is also not cheap. Like the fact that I was able to justify buying a 3080 Ti because of streaming.
See?
How did you convince yourself?
It was available, and I have a Best Buy credit card.
See?
That was the justification.
I literally didn't have money to do it, and I was just like, fucking, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do it. And then it was just like, it was really scary seeing my bank account. And then I was just like, all right, gotta get more money real quick.
No, but fuck, what was my point? I had one and it's gone now because I got off on another tangent.
Twitch.
Money.
I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
Shit, that was the tangent.
Making money's okay.
That was the tangent. What happened to me? Oh,
no
God.
gray area.
Well, I'm sure it was
okay to make bank.
No gray area.
That's the point we'll leave on. And then I'll go back and I'll watch this podcast. I'll go back and I'll listen to this later while I'm driving. I'll be like, fuck, that was it. And then I'm gonna leave a twit longer. It's gonna put it in the comments. That was my point.
God.
Whatever it was, I'm sure it was intelligent, and you can all praise me later.
I'm gonna praise you now, and you can save it for later. Good job.
It's just like to write it, DM it to both of us. Just like, this was the point.
Shit, I can't believe I forgot.
Oh my
Whatever.
goodness. Oh man, was what led you to VTubing? Was it also anime? Did you like anime?
Oh my god, how does he
No.
do it every time? How does he do it every time?
You don't like anime? You're not into anime?
I'm not. Look. Okay, look. All right. Before I get canceled, all right. Disclaimer. All right, I am an anime girl, and I do like I like anime too. Hey, come back!
You get back here. You asked the question. You sit your ass back down.
I like how Phil walks away to show off his Tokyo Ghoul poster in the back. Like,
Oh
Yeah, right.
Bad anime, by the way. Great manga. But your sorry, that's just.
God damn it, Skoy.
I don't mind anime. I used to watch a lot of anime back then. I feel like the animes now aren't that good anymore. I feel like it's a bit meh. I don't know, man. I'm more of a manga person, to be honest. I don't
Okay,
watch
we're on a good place there. Then.
Perfect take.
Yeah.
Anime
Friendship redeemed. It's right there.
I don't have time to watch animes. I have time to to read mangas though, because I can just pause and read wherever I want.
What?
Yeah.
Really? I am the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I can't read. Okay, so maybe it's because I read at like
read?
a fifth grader's level. I can't read.
Good?
Done. No, I can't make the time to like read anything. I have started and stopped The Hobbit like 7 times in the past 15 years. I just can't do it. That book's like a light read apparently.
Just on your phone. There's manga
Dude, I don't have
apps.
time for that.
What do
I
you
work like
mean?
10 hours a day and then I stream 4 hours a night.
You watch The Hobbit like 6 or 7 times in a row, and you don't have time to bring up Jujutsu Kaisen while you're on a
Playing
bus.
Final Fantasy at the
Dad's
same
talking.
time.
If you don't have time to read Jujutsu Kaisen on your phone while you're on the drive, and then you just
Driving while I'm reading while I'm driving. Scoring.
No, that's not what I on the drive, like on the bus drive.
What?
The bus, like while you're out in the field, like you could just like look in the thing.
I'm working.
He's gonna flip a page on the red while he's on the red light and shit.
I'm gonna put the shit right now. Scoring. There are 24 hours in the day. 6 of them I sleep. The rest I'm working. When am I fucking reading anything? Not watching The Hobbit again, okay? I'm watching Lord of the Rings, the full fucking trilogy again. God damn.
Yeah, not a big
Trying
fan
to
of
cancel me.
not a big fan of anime.
That's fine.
I just like the aesthetic art style, to be honest.
Oh,
In comparison
yeah.
to 3D anyway.
Mood.
So
It's a beautiful aesthetic, honestly.
Skoy wants to ask the
love
question,
it.
but
I
I'll do
enjoy
it
it.
for him. Are you reading any manga right now?
No. Actually,
Dang. Tragic. I'm sorry, Skoy. I tried.
I don't have time at the moment. I'm waiting for Spike's
See?
Family. That's not bad.
Spy Family is great.
It's not. It's okay. I'm not a big fan of kids, so I thought Anya was hella annoying. She's cute.
Amen.
She's,
Oh, God.
she's
Perfect take.
cute,
Fan
but
of
like,
kids, then yeah.
she's a bit of a brat. Like I can punt her, you know what I mean? Like
She's very puntable. That's her
I've
redeeming
never
quality.
heard this
She really
perspective before. This is my first time hearing this perspective. Yeah, I don't like kids, so
she's cute. Look, she's
not
cute.
that
She's fantastic.
yeah.
She's probably the best like kid character in an anime I've ever
Oh,
seen. Otherwise,
absolutely.
it's just like what's the blue bitch from Fairy Tale? You can punt him. He's so fucking annoying.
Oh, the
happy,
cat?
happy,
Happy?
fucking motherfucker. Happy's a little shit.
You can punt that fucker.
Yeah, like I just don't like brats. Brats
I tried
in
to watch
anime
Fairy
should not
Tail.
exist. God,
I tried.
tried. I appreciate that word.
I
Tried.
don't-
It's a
I'm
shithole.
probably gonna get into watching it at some point. I mean, I've watched the entirety of Naruto. I
You'll
can do
love
this.
it. You'll
Yeah.
love it.
There's tits.
It's anime, so
ti-
there are
Sold.
tits too.
I.
Yep. Sold.
There's tits.
That's the reason why I started
Yep.
One Piece. I'm kidding. That was not the reason why I started. I'm only reading One Piece. I don't have time to watch One Piece.
I was instead of One Piece, I almost said one tits.
One
Anyway,
tit-
One Piece.
One tits.
No, that's
Piece
the
is
parody. We can't talk about that one here.
No.
There's a lot of good animes out, I think.
Oh,
Jujutsu
yeah.
Kaisen's pretty good.
Oh, it's solid.
I haven't read the manga. The anime's pretty good.
It's around the same wavelength. The art style is pretty much the same
good.
too, which is nice. And unlike the Demon Slayer manga.
Skoj has a lot of feelings.
I haven't read it. Too. Why? Go on.
No, it's really good. The Demon Slayer manga is like fantastic, but like there's a lot of times the art style kind of like sways a bit.
Like they change artists, they took a break a little bit.
No, it's just like the art style is not consistent. Yeah. But in the anime, you can definitely tell. Like, you know, have you seen like the first season of Demon Slayer?
Mm-hmm.
So do you remember the room scene where they're bouncing? He's like bouncing around and moving around the room.
Oh, where he's like flipping the rooms around with the drums.
In the manga, it's literally just arrows pointing where he bounced.
Oh.
Well, I mean, yeah, because how the fuck are you gonna draw?
It's one page of just arrows pointing to where he bounced.
Tragic. I mean, like, I get it, because like, how many pages are you gonna draw of him tumbling around in a room? Because like in that actual episode, I was like, okay, he's been tumbling for a minute. When is he gonna figure it out?
I mean, he figured out the time that you would probably figure it out.
Like,
yeah, but it isn't
the fucking arrows. Come on.
That didn't need to be. Okay, it was like literally 3 minutes of him tumbling around in a room. It didn't need to be that long.
Yeah, but like realistically, if you were to tumble around, you'll probably figure out around the same point, maybe. Because like, how the fuck do you like have cohesive thoughts while tumbling around? This is a different rant. Anyways,
Skoj wants it like the Rock Lee and Gaara scene where Rock Lee took 3 episodes to figure out how to fight him. That's what he wants.
No, I don't. I really don't.
But realistically, like, how long would have it taken you to figure out that he controls the sand?
Woo! Sorry.
I did bring up the best cinematic piece to the entirety of Naruto.
Okay,
which is
what about
the
this
Rock
one?
Lee and Gaara fight.
What about
that was
it's
amazing.
the Rock Lee and Gaara fight, and that's it. That's the best cinematic scene of all of Naruto. It's also the last thing that I watched.
Oh. That was short-lived.
The pacing of anime has definitely changed drastically. Like, the whole filler stuff is slowly disappearing, which I'm really happy about.
Thank fuck.
Right? About time.
I think it's because, though, we're moving away from like episodes airing on Toonami to like shows being on live streaming services. Like everything is like releasing on Crunchyroll, and if you had filler in that, imagine if Naruto released today, how much it would have flopped after the second season.
I'm dropping it hot.
Probably. I don't know. Because it's hard to say.
It made more sense. It made more sense when shows were like releasing on a weekly basis, and we would show like the last 3 before we would show the newest one. Like that made sense. It prolonged the longevity of the show, you know, because seasons, I mean, as far as I know, seasons worked a little bit differently back then too.
There wasn't that
like,
many anime at all either.
Yeah,
it was popularized in the West.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, like no, because we had Inuyasha, we had One Piece, we had Bleach, yeah. Full Metal Alchemist didn't even have like a Western running. How did I know that existed?
And it still pop up there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Best show. Peaked there. Everything's been downhill since Full Metal Alchemist.
But, oh my god. Code Geass? I haven't watched Code Geass yet.
Oh my god. It's so good. I've rewatched it like twice. Mainly because the guy is hot, to be honest. I don't know. But the protagonist has to be hot.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Give me a show where the main protagonist is a complete DILF. What? Oh yeah, it's Spy Family. Yeah, that's it. That's that show.
Thank God.
My goodness.
Spy Family now.
Guess I should watch that, huh?
You should. I think you would love it. Honestly, there's
no.
There's no.
I hear the protag's a DILF.
A DILF? What's a DILF?
He's definitely a DILF.
What's a
DILF? Skoj?
How old am I? What's a DILF?
Nads, would you like to tell them, or do I need to?
So is it like MILF but male?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Why did you just say it like that? Oh my gosh. He did it.
Why was that so hard?
Dad.
Yeah, it's MILF but Dad.
Puppy. All right.
Oh, yes. That's a clip. Oh, that's a clip and a half.
Thank you.
Holy.
I feel very blessed today.
It's my new sub
This
alert.
was an experience.
It's just Skoy going, Poppy.
Amazing gamer breakfast.
Man, you all went
Yeah.
quiet when I said that too, so it made it even worse. Oh Jesus!
Thank God for the moment of
great.
silence.
This is the best episode.
Gosh, you know you could change like whatever sub sound you want, so it could be random. I should
No,
have
I
said
want
that.
it to be that.
Oh no!
Just that. Anytime someone subs to me, it's just gonna be you going, Poppy.
Poppy.
Oh my
Can't wait.
gosh! Is that a good place to end it? Are we at a good
Probably. Probably, man.
Is there anything you would like to add, Nadia?
I can show you the changes that I can make to my model.
Yes,
That'll be pretty fun.
that'd be a treat. That'd be great.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I can change my hairstyle to like a braid,
Whoa! Wait.
Aw.
Okay. Holy shit!
right? Because hold on, if I zoom out. Oh, I should have shown you my full outfit.
Full
first.
model reveal. Don't show feet. We can't. Oh, okay,
wait,
good.
okay,
You're
we're
wearing
good.
shoes.
She has
Thank
shoes.
God.
I'm wearing shoes.
Oh, thank
So this is my
Christ.
full outfit,
That's
right?
crazy.
Yeah,
Spotify
but I
listeners,
didn't really
you have
make
to
the
see this.
bottom half.
Oh yeah, Spotify listeners, good luck.
Like, actually, go to the YouTube video and go watch this because this is actually really cool to see.
I didn't really customize the bottom half because when you stream, you only show the top half anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
This looks really
So
I don't
cute,
customize
though.
the bottom half either. I mean, I'm not wearing pants, so like.
I'm still in
get it.
Oh
pajamas.
God. Yes. So you can change the hair, and then I
That's
can
so
take off the
cool.
jacket, whether it's on
Wow.
and off,
Nice.
and then I can have a scarf if I
What?
want to.
Oh yeah, your emotes all have scarves in them, don't they?
Yeah, because my first model had a scarf, and that was my selling point. I was like, oh, I'm a cat girl with a scarf, and then I got bored of the scarf, and I'm like, fuck, I feel like I've rebranded because of this shit. And then so I was like, how do I like, incorporate my branding into my new model? So I made the scarf removable, so at least I'm somewhat.
You're still there. The brand's still there.
You picked the best color too, by the way. Teal is like the perfect color.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much. I love it. I can take the tail on and off, but it breaks immersion, but it's just when I stream games. Sometimes if you have something wiggling in the back, it gets a bit distracting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of have it on and off there.
That's
I
smart.
can have my cat. Before I had a cat camera on, I've you'll hear my cat meowing in the background, and I've
Heard him a couple times.
people people are, can I have kitty pics? Like, I just want to know what your cat looks like, and I got sick of people asking, so I got her incorporated
Oh,
on my head.
Oh my gosh.
that's precious.
That is so cute.
That's great.
Yeah,
And it's like fully
stays on my
animated
head.
and like rigged and stuff. That's awesome.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And
Like,
that's based on like her actual face. Like, she's a ragdoll with like seal points, so she looks
Aw.
exactly like that.
ah,
So
That's amazing. That's great.
the
Yeah,
mouth tracking
so,
is impressive too.
thank you. But so everything that you see that's interchangeable, they
Mhm.
have to be illustrated
Oh, yeah.
individually. Right? So like the cat has to be done separately. I have to have a layer where it's just a t-shirt
Hmm.
and a layer with a scarf on, have a layer for the scarf and the scarf off, and the tail and the braid.
It's
Jesus.
so much.
Yeah. And
you
it's,
have-
I can also go bald.
Oh my.
He came planned for that too. I love it.
Gorgeous. There's a little
Shiny.
shine.
That's great.
But yeah, that's when I'm holding
Holy.
in games and stuff.
Yes.
That's so fun.
Surprise!
Oh my gosh. Is it all set up on your stream deck, or is it like you
Yeah.
click through them? Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's
It's
really
all
convenient.
mine to like hotkeys on my stream deck, so
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
yeah, fun.
That's crazy.
I will tell you over and over again, you do not need to spend money on your stream. However,
The stream
this
deck
thing's amazing.
is
Stream Deck is
heavenly.
amazing. This is the best $100
Stream
I ever
Deck
spent.
is amazing. Did you get the key? Did you get the feet one?
The foot pedal
for the feet. Yeah.
No,
feet one.
that's a waste of fucking money. Don't buy the foot pedal. I bought a $15 the foot pedal. I use a foot pedal every day on my streams because I use it. I used to use it for like splits and speedrunning. Right. And I use it for like push to talk when I'm playing games with other people, and I use it for like other keybinds and stuff. But I do not buy the Elgato foot pedal. Okay, it's a waste of money. Buy a $15 foot pedal from Amazon.
I will do that.
It works just as good. They make ones that also have 3 foot pedals instead of just one. They work perfectly, and they are a fraction of the cost. So
yeah, I was thinking about getting one because I didn't know like foot pedal was a thing until like Elgato released theirs, and I was like, oh my fucking god, this is genius! So I was about to get it. So
oh my god,
a cheaper one.
Yeah, no, definitely get a cheaper one. I love Elgato products. I have 2 key lights. I'm gonna get a key light mini eventually. Like I love Elgato products, but the foot pedal is a waste of money from Elgato. Just out there.
I have one key
Their
light.
webcam, amazing, by the way.
The sound paneling too is a waste of money.
Their new webcam is really good for the price that it's at. Like I was considering getting it, and then I'm like, do I want this $150 like Elgato webcam, or do I want like a $1,600 DSLR? Oh, gee, I really wonder which I should get.
They can change lenses and have like background be blurry.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, not the Elgato, the DSLR, the DSLR.
Oh, the DSLRs, yeah.
It's $1,600. It better fly too, Jesus.
I mean, I have one that flies.
Oh my god, Phil, no!
I have a drone that I never used.
Oh,
use that for your webcam from now on.
It's just gonna hear.
Is that a float?
Don't worry about that. That's just my webcam. Pulls out the controller, moves it around.
Oh my gosh.
Also, you know how I was just talking about how iPhones being $1,400 for tracking is a waste of money? I'm getting one after this podcast.
No, don't do it.
Serious.
Don't do it.
I've been planning to get it for like a week, and I've decided that I was gonna buy it yesterday.
So
and that's why I
you.
asked you. I was like, hey, how long did the podcast usually last for? Just in case like it goes until like 5 p.m. and the shop's closed, and I'm like, no, because I'm gonna get my
That's what we have to do. We have to do. We have to keep it going until 5
p.m.
We
have to keep it going.
So, because oh god, that's like when I'm waking up. It's because it's like 10 for you right now, isn't it?
Has there ever been like a sleepathon podcast? Has there?
Yeah. Here's our 12-hour long podcast.
You just hear us take turns snoring. Lovely.
No, we can't do that because then the Nads is gonna run out and go and buy her iPhone 69 or whatever it is.
True.
We can't do that. We can't sleep.
Out.
What's the smallest you can make your eyes right now?
I'm so excited.
That's so fucking funny. So good.
Oh my gosh.
I will say this though, because think about like when you're like playing a game and you're like, man, my hands are on the game and I'm malding. Like I need to hit my malding, VTuber button expression foot pedal.
I am definitely gonna get the foot pedal. I've been wanting to get one for a long time because it's just for push to talk and stuff as well.
It's great for push to talk.
It's great for that stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They make
especially
foot
when
pedals
you're
that have like
other people.
Yeah, they make foot pedals that have like 3 pedals to them, so like you can have options, right? Like far left is like my push to talk, far right is my mauled and unmauled.
Just imagine you push the raw pedals so you keep a transition between bald and hair, bald and hair, bald and hair.
That will happen.
Chat's like, what are you doing?
I've seen a lot of YouTuber friends. Oh, that's then you're gonna have to.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking I want to get a foot pedal because I feel like it's necessary because whenever I play like FPS games, like I can't take my hand off my peripherals to go reach out for my Stream Deck. And then I was thinking of getting a fucking foot pedal, but then I sit cross-legged, so I don't even know how I'm gonna fucking reach out there and wiggle my toes.
Put the foot pedal in your lap.
There you go. Use your elbows and just kind of like
just punch my chair down.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
All right, that's
a good
we should end
spot.
it. We'll talk for another hour. This has been a blast.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Nads, thank you so
it has.
much for hanging out with us and doing the podcast with us. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk with you and get to know you.
Thank you for coming
Thank
on.
you. I had a good time.
Yeah. If you guys want to find more of Nyaadia, all of her links are going to be below. We'll throw them all down there. The Twitch, the YouTube, the Twitters, all that stuff. Any of the links that you have, we'll put them down there. All
That's
of
my
them.
PayPal. Thank you.
Thank you again. And yeah, something that we like to do is we're always grabbing new people to come on to the show, and we always like to bring people back. So maybe in the future we'd love to have you back again if you would like to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Love to
It's been such a fun time.
Oh, yeah.
On that note, tell us who your favorite VTuber is. Maybe, yeah.
Tell us
That's a
in the
good
comments.
one. Yeah, tell us who your favorite VTuber is in the
Oh.
comments below,
Oh, yeah.
and why it's Nads.
Yeah, there you go.
You're welcome. Made your
Yeah.
life so much easier.
And but yeah, guys, thank you so very much for watching this episode. I've been Jalbagel, that's been Skoj, and
Nuts.
Nyaadia, and
Nads.
we'll see Nads, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.